Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our first episode of everyone's favorite late-night game show, Madman or Philosopher. Give a hand, everybody, Madman or Philosopher. Hello and welcome into our lovely, lovely contestants today. Let me go ahead and say hello to Race Score, Masonic, Moira the Witch, Sar Werewolf. I hope our contestants are all ready. And welcome in one All Bones Jones, otherwise known as Bones, and Jaunty Jackalope. Thank you very much for continuing your terminal illness. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are on a new game show where the stakes are high because you are putting your dignity and your image on the line as you try to make sure that you don't agree with Hitler, or do if you really, really want to. So, let's go ahead and say hello, Niggakarus. I'm gotta be very careful saying that name. Now, let us go over our rules very quickly. Exclamation point rules if you need a refresher. Our game is going to be divided into 3 rounds. In our first round, you'll be shown a quote, and we will run a poll to see whether or not chat agrees this quote came from a madman or a philosopher. We have on the board dictators, psychopaths, serial killers, and on the flip side we have philosophers, moral icons, free thinkers. What's the difference? That's what we're going to find out today, folks. As we'll see, we're going to see how well can people spot the difference. Is there really any difference? Well, that's what we're here to test. Now, let's go ahead and say hello to our first contestant over here on the left podium. We have everybody's favorite stand-in, Sally Strawman. Everybody give a hand for Sally. Thank you very much for coming out today, Sally. You can do anything I want you to, and you're always available, and you do anything that you're asked. And hello, the Mechanic Cat. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely night. And on the right podium, we have our second contestant, the collective whole of Dr. Pestis' stream chat. Everybody give a hand for Dr. Pestis' stream chat. Hello, Nombra. Clap, clap, clap. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to play Madman or Philosopher? Oh yeah, I'm really after. I spent a lot of time in this production value. Alright, first up, let's go ahead and bring out our board. This is where we'll be showing the quotes. Now, to walk everybody through, we have an example, alright? Ladies and gentlemen, let us go ahead. Let us try out our first example. So, our first example is a quote. I will read it out loud for everybody's benefit. We have the quote, "Work will set you free." Now, I'm going to create a poll, and we're going to see whether or not chat agrees this was from a madman or a philosopher. Let's go ahead and see right now. Madman or philosopher. We'll be having a duration of 1 minute. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the poll is up. Feel free to vote. The poll is up. Feel free to vote. We will see. If you are not timid, you can go ahead and just say in chat what you think. And again, folks, I have to reemphasize, please don't spoil and just say, oh, this is definitely from the person who said it at this time in this book. We are here for fun and games, so keep people in the dark. Mislead them if you really want to. Anything goes, just don't spoil the fun for everybody else. So, you can guess. You can, go ahead and guess. You can try and, like, sway people to your side, like, oh yeah, that can only come from a madman. So, we'll take a look. Madman? Madman? Try to remember this reason this game show exists, it's gonna be hard. Good luck. We have a split We have a split decision, everybody! Okay, we go to our judges for the official scoring. We have 2 votes for Madman and 2 votes for Philosopher. It's come right down the middle. So, we are going to say that a decision was not reached. You're not going to get credit in the case of split decisions. It needs to be decisive. Now, the way that Sally Strawman is going to score is that Sally Strawman is going to flip a coin for every question. We are going to see if chat as a collective whole can effectively beat a robot just guessing at the questions. And if you were wondering, this quote is from Hitler. We gotta explain this. This was the slogan on the gates above Auschwitz. Everybody. This was from a concentration camp gate, so, you know, it was... Of course Ray Scorn knows that German, duh. Again, this is just the example. It's going to be a little bit harder to tell. This was meant to be painfully obvious so that we get, like, an actual decision. But, you know, if a philosopher was involved in politics, he's considered a madman or philosopher. That is entirely up to my discretion. You know, you can, after the show's over, you can go ahead and debate on Twitter all you like on whether or not the designation of madman was wrong. But until then, let's go ahead and start our first real round. Now, everybody, this is going to be our first question. Let me go ahead and prime the pump. Let's go ahead and get a new poll. Madman, Philosopher. Right, we have question 1. Let's see what it is. Also, if you can, like, guess every single quote, that's pretty impressive. We have our first quote. I will read it, then start the poll. There is a violence that liberates, and a violence that enslaves. There is a violence that is moral, and a violence that is immoral. Let's go ahead and start the polls. Was this quote said by a madman, or was it said from a philosopher? Let's go ahead and see what chat thinks. They renovated KDF camps recently, turning into very expensive apartments. Do they come with bathtubs? Because if it's only standing... Never mind. Never mind. Oh no! I'm gonna get banned for this! Oh, okay, not banned for the quotes, banned for the, Holocaust jokes. I'm pretty sure that's almost a quote. I can think of 2 people who would say this. Let's see, if you are free to guess. Alright, we have a decisive poll here. We have 4 answers for Philosopher, which I forgot the O in, and we also have 1 for Madman. Did Mark say this? Well, everybody, as it turns out, this quote... Oh wait, I have the board. Let us go to our board. Was this quote from a madman or was it from a philosopher? It turns out... Madman, everybody! This quote is from a madman. Give it up for the madman. Round 1 goes to the madman. Now, if you're wondering, this quote, I'll read it again in its entirety. There is a violence that liberates, and a violence that enslaves. There is a violence that is moral, and a violence that is immoral. Benito Mussolini! Give it up! Benito! Continuing on with the World War II theme for today. Woo! Thank you, everybody! Oh! I hate a madman. Agree to disagree. Alright, everybody, so round one. Chat does not get the first question. Let's go ahead and flip to see what Sally Strawman thinks. Sally Strawman, what's your decision? Heads for Madman, tails for Philosopher. Ooh, tails! Sally Strawman also gets it wrong. No points to anybody this round. Mulligan. Thank you, everybody. Now to go to our sponsor. There are no sponsors on the stream. Now we're back with round two, everybody. Round two. We have, once again, another quote. And at this point in time, I will remind everybody, these quotes are meant to be as anonymous as possible. So that means some Madman quotes are going to be violent and talk about power. Some Madman quotes are going to be soft and talk about friendship. Some philosophers are going to talk about power, and some philosopher quotes will talk about friendship. You can't just guess, oh, it's a softy quote. He's trying to trip us up. That's a madman, or that's a violent quote. That has to be from a philosopher, because he wouldn't give that to a madman. No, everybody, there is a mix. The quotes are mixed up. You will not be able to tell at a glance, for the most part, if the quote came from a madman or a philosopher. Alright. Stepped out of the Roman Empire. Some of these quotes are from VTubers on Twitter. Oh, and before. Every VTuber's a madman. Alright. Round two, everybody. Let's go ahead to round two. I will prime the poll. I wish there was a way to repeat polls. So, question two. Let's just go MM or P for short. Alright. Are we ready? Question number two, let's go! I'll read it. Every man is capable of doing good to another, but to contribute to the happiness of an entire society is to become akin to the gods. Let's start! Now, everybody, we have to decide who... You know, maybe I should make it so bonus, if you get bonus points if you actually know the code, but I think that entices people to Google too much. That's something for when we have guests on. I would be very excited about having people on. 2 guests, or maybe 1, to go against Sally Strawman if we really wanted. By the way, are Twitter users madmen or philosophers? You know, I look at Drill, and I really question that sometimes. I will face God and walk backwards into hell. That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. Would a philosopher talk about God? Interesting. Who knows? Would they? Wouldn't they? Also, remember, it's not just philosophers. We have moral icons as well. We have the whole gamut of moral and immoral people. Use Twitter just for posting monster and screenshots. Alright, this time around, ooh, close decision. We have 3 answers for Madman, 1 answer for Philosopher. Alright, chat has decided that this was a philosopher. Let us go ahead and go to the board. That's the JoJo Part 3 theme. Never mind, but I think that would make a really good jingle. Alright. To signs. Ladies and gentlemen, is this quote from Madman or Philosopher? This quote is from a... Philosopher! Philosopher, everybody! Chat has got it right. You are on the board. Congratulations. Chat gets their first point. Now, let me go ahead and read this quote in its entirety with the author. Every man is capable of doing good to another, but to contribute to the happiness of an entire society is to become akin to the gods. Montesquieu! That was Montesquieu, everybody. Give a hand for Montesquieu. Ooh, close one. Chat is saving it just by the skin of their teeth by 1 vote. Doc, what if we can't agree if a man is one or the other? Then that's a no. If you result in tie, that is a no vote because you have not chosen. It is the same as not answering, so you better get it right. Or you better make an attempt at least. Can you type out that name? Montesquieu. Montesquieu, everybody. Montesquieu, French philosopher. French, we'll give him a pass this time. Now, the other part of this, we have to go to Sally Strawman. Sally, heads for Madman, tails for Philosopher. Let's give it a flip. It's spinning, it's spinning. Heads! Ooh, Sally Strawman gets it wrong for the 2nd time in a row. So Sally Strawman is still sitting at 0 points. Right. Chat has got their lead on the board. Let us go ahead and wipe the board as we prepare for our next question. Priming the poll right now. Question number 3. Madman or Philosopher? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Question number 3. Oh, by the way, I should mention, there are going to be 10 questions in the first round. Alright, 10 questions in the first round. Now, let's prepare for our second quote. Doo-doo-doo. Question number 3. All suffering is caused by ignorance. People inflict pain on others in the selfish pursuit of their own happiness or satisfaction. Starting the poll now. We are going to go ahead and see. So everybody, go ahead, submit your guesses, talk about it amongst yourselves in chat. Easy. We're going to see how that holds up. I'm having so much fun. I don't get to use the announcer voice very often, and I am loving it. Also, I hope everybody is enjoying the BGM, the Tower of Terror from Banjo-Tooie, as well as Furnace from Banjo-Kazooie. Sounds like a general or something. Philosopher, question mark? We'll see. Remember, everybody, you cannot have a tie. A tie means that you were not able to come to a decision and you will have no answer. Is this Buddha? Who knows? And welcome in, Deep Sea Fangly Fish. Only sheltered idiot thinks suffering is about selfishness. Alright, chat has decided. We have 5 votes for Madman and 3 votes for Philosopher. Now, let's go ahead and read the quote. Once more, all suffering is caused by ignorance. People inflict pain on others in the selfish pursuit of their own happiness or satisfaction. Let's go to the board. Board, was this from a madman or a philosopher? This was from a philosopher, everybody. This was another philosopher. So chat, unfortunately, does not call it. This quote, all suffering is caused by ignorance. People inflict pain on others in the selfish pursuit of their own happiness or satisfaction. The Dalai Lama 14, the 14th Dalai Lama, XIV. Give a hand for the Dalai Lama, everybody. Dalai Lama. Oh, all right. That is question number 3. Chat misses it this time around. It's so sad. Not far from Buddha. You're pretty close. Sounds sheltered to me. The Dalai Lama. You know? Yeah, we'll say that. Buddha was very close to Dalai Lama. Let's go ahead and see. Sally Strawman, what are your thoughts on this? Sally Strawman would say that this quote is from Heads, Madman, Tails, Philosopher. Whoop. Sally Strawman has decided this was from a philosopher. Sally Strawman is now on the board, ladies and gentlemen. It is a tie game on round number 3, or question number 3. We have 3 rounds. Ooh, we're keeping this exciting, everybody. Very exciting. All right. Now, let's go ahead and get ready for the new poll. Question number 4. Madman or Philosopher? I'm all ready. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Let's go. Quote number 4. Let me go ahead and read this out for you. Now, our attitude towards ourselves should be to be insatiable in learning, and towards others to be tireless in teaching. I'm gonna go ahead and read that out for you one more time because I bungled that. Our attitude towards ourselves should be to be insatiable in learning, and towards others to be tireless in teaching. Let's go ahead and start the poll. Now, ladies and gentlemen, voting is open. Do your civic duty and let the world know what you think. And before a Greek philosopher quote, I am wrong. Nice. Let's be Manson or something. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, the quotes are all mixed up. Some Madman quotes will be violent, and some of them will be nice. Some philosopher quotes will be violent, and some of them will be nice. You cannot guess just based on the sentiment. You have to look at the whole message. Sounds too great to be a philosopher. Ooh. All right. Pol Pot was a teacher after all. Yeah, good point. Alright, we have about 15 seconds, everybody. I am very bad at gauging the little loading bar. Now, it's a tie game right now. Anybody could take the lead. You have to be careful. Sally Strawman, you can't predict Sally Strawman at all. Alright, we have 6 votes for Madman and 2 votes for Philosopher. Now, let's go ahead and see how this pans out. Madman. Alright. Let me go ahead and read it one more time. To the board. Our attitude towards ourselves should be insatiable in learning, and towards others to be tireless in teaching. Board, was this a madman or a philosopher? This was a madman. Chat has called it right. Madman. Our attitude towards ourselves should be insatiable and learning, and towards others to be tireless in teaching. Mao Zedong. Sarwevo called it correctly previously. Mao Zedong, everybody. The Chinese leader. Alright. Knew it. Very good. Chat goes up deuces. Deuces, and gets a second point. Now the question is, Sally Strawman, how lucky are you feeling tonight? Sally Strawman, it's in your hands and Abraham Lincoln's. Let's go ahead and flip the coin. This was tails! Sally Strawman says that this was a philosopher. Sally Strawman does not advance by another point. Ooh, good work, chat. Very nice. You were able to see through that. Let's go ahead to question number 5. This is 5, right? I'm pretty sure. Question number 5. Now, let's whack the board. Alright. And by the way, I am, doing this randomly. I have a random amount of, Philosopher Madman quotes, so if you're doing the thing where it's well, he did 1, then the other, then 2 of 1, so naturally he has to do 2 of the other, then next has to be 1 to break the rhythm. There's no trying to game the system this way. Are these all well-known characters or people? I would say so. I mean, you don't... debatable. For the first game, they're probably going to be more recognizable, but as I run out of quotes, I may have to, go into, modern-day philosophers that people haven't heard of, or, serial killers that aren't, super prevalent in the news. Alright. Now, let's go ahead to round number 5. Next quote. Do-do-do. Let's load it up on the board. To me, the thing that is worse than death is betrayal. You see, I could conceive death, but I could not conceive betrayal. Let's start the poll for question number 5. And hello, Alguma Bear. Seems too closely got a kneecap. Sell you with a tire iron. My downstairs neighbor has some great quotes, but I don't know if they're a Madman or Philosopher. And that's what we're here to find out. Is there any discernible difference? Will a 50-50 bot take this? You know this one. Ooh. This may be a more well-known quote to some of the people here. Let us go ahead and see. Ah, this is fun, this is fun. Calling you now as a poet? And remember, try to make sure you think you know it. Remember, don't say I know it and say it's one or the other, because then you're just like shepherding the sheep, right? Now, we have only a few seconds left. Let's go ahead and see what chat thinks. 3 votes for Madman, 2 votes for Philosopher. Ooh, alright. No, it's fine to guess, just don't say I think I know it, then say what it is. You can say like, I think I know it, or I think it's this, just not both of them. Being a poet being a Madman or a Philosopher, both are certainly possible. Everybody's there's no like poet school, you can say you're a poet, you don't need to get a certification, do you? Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's no poet certification, but let us go to the board. Now, we will read this out one more time. To me, the thing that is worse than death is betrayal. You see, I could conceive death, but I could not conceive betrayal. Board, what do you have to say about this? Board says that this was from a Philosopher, everybody. Chat misses it this time around. We have a Philosopher. Ooh, let's go ahead and read it and see who said it. To me, the thing that is worse than death is betrayal. You see, I could conceive death, but I could not conceive betrayal. That was from Malcolm X, everybody. Malcolm X, leader of the civil rights movement, Africa for Africans. The man that discarded his last name to shrug off the influence of his colonial oppressors previously, or something, not colonial. Slave owner ancestors. Virgil? That's recent history, yes. Very much so. Civil rights icons are also on the table for philosophers and moral icons. Alright, so chat does not get it this time. Malcolm X, everybody. Malcolm X, famously not betrayed. Okay, to be fair, if you want to believe that he was killed by the United States government, I wouldn't say that's a betrayal, because I would say he pretty clearly saw it coming. So, although Nation of Islam did betray him, that is a thing. So, you know, we'll say it's a wash. All right, now Sally Strawman. I don't believe people can be betrayed, is what he's going for. Sally Strawman, the Madman or Philosopher. Sally has come to the conclusion that, ooh, Sally says that this is a Philosopher. We have a tie game once again, everybody. We are all tied up. Let's wipe the board and go to the next. This is a close match, and I am here for it. We have question number 6. Question number 6. So we have Madman and Philosopher. Quite a broad definition of Philosopher. That's not a bad thing. It's broad strokes. Moral icons, civil icons. Basically, generally good people that said outspoken things with the goal of furthering humanity in a way that is conducive with our moral values. The whole, you see what I'm going for here is that the difference between a Madman or Philosopher is the reception by the history, yada yada yada, that sort of thing. That's the meta thing that we're getting at right here. recurring question 6 for editing purposes later if need be. Oh, goody. Alright, I have the thingamabobber ready. Let's wipe the board. Now, let's see if I remember where I was, because I did not label these properly. Philosophers aren't good people. Alright. Question number 6. Are you ready? There is no way that you can know the taste of water unless you drink it, or unless it has rained on you, or unless you jump in the river. Question 6. Let's go! Putting in our moral values, unlike by the moral value hurting people is funny. And so, if in 100 years society shifts to say, you know, hurting people is actually hilarious, we should look at who said this sort of stuff earlier. They're gonna point to you and you're gonna be the philosopher of the times. And so really, it's just a matter of how society shapes up a couple hundred years after your death. Undeath. Re-death. However that works. This sounds old, but I have no clue. No, that's Lao Tzu or something, or Hitler. Who's to say? Who is to say, after all? Alright, water. How many people have spoken on the concept of water? Librilance is too brilliant for the common man to gaze upon. Alright, let's go ahead and do the polls. Close decision once more. One more for Madman would have tied it, but we have 4 votes for Philosopher and 3 votes for Madman. Let's go ahead and see to the board. Once again, there is no way that you can know the taste of water unless you drink it, or unless it has rained upon you, or unless you jump in the river. Board, what do we have to say? This is actually a Madman. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Madman. Let's read it one more time and let's see who said it. There is no way that you can know the taste of water unless you drink it, or unless it's rained on you, or unless you jump in the river. That was from Charles Manson, everybody. Charles Manson. Give it a hand for Charles Manson. Welcome to the family. Okay, now we're actually getting to like Madman, right? This is like real Madman. Ooh. That's right, chat 4 Philo 3. Oh, goody. So, no point for chat this round. This was a Madman. Charles Manson spoke on the nature of water. Charles Manson said, to paraphrase him, water is wet. I was wondering if you can get to. I love Charles Manson. So did a lot of people. So did a lot of people. Okay. Sally Strawman. Sally Strawman, this is your chance to pull ahead. Alright, Sally Strawman, let's see what you have to say. Did you think this was a Madman or a Philosopher? Sally Strawman strikes out once again. Sally says that this was a Philosopher. We keep it tied up, everybody. Round 6 finishes, and it's still 2-2. We have 4 rounds to go. Now, let's go ahead and see how this pans out. Clear the board, everybody. Clearing the board. Let's go ahead and prime the new poll. Question number 7. Madman or Philosopher? Let's get it ready. Alright, question number 7. Let's go. Are you ready, folks? Everybody, the audience at home. Question 7. A society is a system in which all parts are interrelated, and you can't permanently change any important part without changing all other parts as well. Let's start the poll! This is fun. Alright. So, oh, let me kill the board up there too. Now's your time. Voting is on. Let's go ahead and see what we say. Remember, this is a tie game. There are 10 questions in the first round. We are on question number 7. You only have a few more chances to pull ahead with Sally Strawman, and you know Sally can get these anytime. All right. Let me go ahead and, like, maybe I should show, like, the coin flips on stream, but I'll do that later. It's stupid and wrong, so I assume Philosopher. Sounds reasonable. It's a wrong statement indeed. Huh. Alright. If we get a uniform quote, it's gonna be challenging. The promo thing I showed before of, like, it may be better to live or die fighting first, so that was a Unabomber quote. Let's go ahead and see. We have a landslide victory for Philosopher. Take a look. Let's go ahead and read it one more time. It's like Durkheim or something, but then Hitler reads Durkheim. There you go. Question is, am I having fun? I'm having loads of fun. This is hilarious. Like, you're just going like, dance, monkey, dance. And so I love it. Let's read it one more time. A society is a system in which all parts are interrelated, and you can't permanently change any important part without changing all other parts as well. To the board. Let's go ahead and do the jingle because I really love this jingle. This was from a Madman. Chat misses it once again. Ooh, chat's having a rough go at it. Let's go ahead and read it one more time and see what Madman said this. A society is a system in which all parts are interrelated, and you can't permanently change any important part without changing all other parts as well. Theodore J. Kaczynski! Everybody, give it up for Theodore! Teddy Kaz! Guma Bear is almost psychic. So, as it turns out, Madman can say things that are incredibly wrong, too. Turns out that madmen are also kinda stupid. Okay, yeah. Teddy Boy! He is a real philosopher, though. Yeah. Real philosopher, yada yada yada. Famous mathematician. Let's go ahead and see what Sally Strawman says. Sally, heads or tails, Madman or Philosopher? Let's take a look. Sally says... heads. Sally pulls to the lead. Sally's leading the pack 3-2 now. Chat should be beginning to sweat a little bit. Sally... is chat smarter than a 50-50 bot? Let's see. Let's see if chat is smarter than a 50-50 bot. Let's clear the board. Signs down. Board white. Are you ready, This stream's turning to the man. Oh yeah, this is good fun. Question number 8. Alright. Let's go ahead and see. Yes. Okay. Question number 8. Begin. Let's go ahead and read. Falsehood has an infinity of combinations, but truth has only one mode of being. Let's start the clock. Start poll. Now, you have 1 minute to get your guesses in. Let's go ahead and see. Also, I'm curious. Let me try out studio mode to see if this works. If I do this with Strawman... okay, so I can... okay, good. That means I can preview these things before they come up. I pressed the wrong button. Sounds like a Hitler quote. I wonder what sort of... if we had to, like, assign, like, a philosophical voice to Hitler, I wonder what words we use to describe it. Like, flowery, dreamy... that could be the Pope. Oh, who knows? Who knows? That sounds almost religious. That does sound pretty fash. Yeah, Bones. Ooh, let's see. Alright, so it's probably a philosopher. Alright. I am learning a lot of, like, how to run. Oh! Unfortunate for chat. Chat seems to be arguing with the voices in its collective head. Chat was not able to decide on whether this was a madman or a philosopher, which means, chat, you forfeit this poll. So, you get no points, no matter what. Good job, everybody. Alright, let's see who gets bragging rights. Now it's just up to bragging rights. Say in chat what you thought this was, so you can, like, point to the other people and say, hey, this is your fault. I will read it one more time, then let's go to the board. Falsehood has an infinity of... Oh wait, where'd Sally go? That's right, I gotta bring Sally back. I was playing around studio mode. Philo. Falsehood has an infinity of combination, but truth has only one mode of being. Let's go ahead and see who we can blame. I don't know. Alright. This was a... Philosopher! Everybody, give it up for the philosophers! Let's go ahead and read it one more time and see who said it. Now, falsehood has an infinity of combinations, but truth has only one mode of being. From Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Everybody, give it up for the Frenchman, Jean-Jacques, Frère Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Frenchmans take this round. The French are dominating chat tonight. Rousseau. That's right. Alright, so chat misses it. Sally Strawman, this is your chance to cement the lead. We only have 2 more, so if you get to 4 points, chat can only hope to tie you now. I never watched Frenchmen. French philosophers are Madman, I win. Yep. French don't count. Sally Strawman, let's see what you say. This is your chance. Sally says tails, everybody! That means Sally Strawman climbs to 4. In this round, you can only hope to tie Sally from this point onward. Oof. That's a big yikes, everybody. A certified big yikes moment. The French cannot be men because the French are not men or human at all. Oh, there it is. That's right. Remember, everybody, it is better to have guessed than never to have guessed at all. Yeah. Let's go ahead to question number 9. Question number 9, everybody. Let me go ahead and prime the pump, and let me see what our next selection is. Ah, here we go. Our next selection. I'll go ahead and read it out for you. The dead won't bother you, it's the living you have to worry about. Start. Short and sweet and to the point. Let's go ahead and look at question number 9. Ooh, alright everybody, are you ready for this one? We're out. It's assassinated in the bathtub. Ah. Kinda wrong, you shouldn't tie the vote near the end. Sounds kinda Kierkegaard. It's Tom Waits or something. I love all of the guesses. That's a Walking Dead quote. We're gonna get into the fake quotes later. This sounds like a dictator. Interesting. I like how, like, people come out with, like, different voices. Like, they assign different voices. Ah, yes, this is what a philosopher sounds like in my mind. This is something obviously a dictator would say. Votes can come in at the same time. So it's better not to vote than to tie the vote. You could say that. Or you could express your innermost desires. Let's go ahead. We have a 5-4. Close. Very close on the ties once again. It sounds like someone would say about ghosts. Ghosts. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, let us go ahead. Read it one more time. The dead won't bother you, it's the living you have to worry about. Let's go to the board. This, well, there goes the straw man. This quote was from a Madman chat. Ooh, chat misses it. Chat has no hope of catching up in this round. Yikes. That's an obvious one. Let's go ahead and read it and see who said it. So we had several guesses. Kierkegaard, Vonnegut. Let's see. One more time for all the marbles. Not real marbles. The dead won't bother you. It's the living you have to worry about. This was said by none other than John Wayne Gacy. Everybody, give it up for John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy, who chat thinks is a modern philosopher. Modern philosopher John Wayne Gacy, according to my chat. Oh. Let's go ahead and see what Sally Strawman thinks. Nice chunky laugh, thanks. We talked about society, we talked about clowns. It's our beginning of the Chat's Joker arc. Sally Strawman, flip the Google coin and see what you say. Sally Strawman landed on tails. Sally Strawman also is in agreement that John Wayne Gacy is a philosopher. So Sally Strawman also does not get a point. John Wayne Gacy, if you aren't aware, the guy who dressed up like a clown and diddled little boys before, like, burying them under his house or something. If you really think about it, ain't serial killing the most honest form of philosophy? There goes some men and women of action, right? They're the ones that... they're the one... They're speaking truth to power, and then there's actually going out and doing something about it. Alright. Clearing the board. So that was question number 9. We are going to question number 10. This is the last question in the round. Remember, you know what? I'm going to see the scoring for later. Should we score this by rounds or by total points? I want to say... We'll see at the end. We'll score by rounds and total points and see if it differs, right? We'll see if it differs by the end. Alright. Let's go ahead and wipe this clean and go to our last question in the round. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for question number 10? Question number 10, everybody. Let's begin. Question number 10. A man who won't die for something is not fit to live. A la cuisine! Let's start. A man who is not fit to die for... who won't die for something is not fit to live. A very strong quote. This is a quote with a sense of conviction behind it. Let's see. Madman have conviction. Philosophers also have conviction. Conviction is not a telling trait of either side. So, it's up to you to decipher, do you agree with this or not? If you agree with it, do you naturally go to philosopher? Interesting. That doesn't sense of applied philosophy. That could be anyone. I heard a guy at Taco Bell say that. You know? Are we getting to, like, the truth of the matter? Are we getting to the truth that designating people as philosophers and therefore their words have more weight is a meaningless and an empty designation? Who knows? Who knows? We have what may be one of our biggest victories. We have 6 votes for philosopher and 2 votes for Madman. Let's go to the board. Now, one more time, a man who won't die for something is not fit to live. Let us go ahead and see. Board, what do you say? The result is... Philosopher! Ding, ding, ding! Chat gets it right! We have a philosopher on our hands, everybody. Let's go ahead and read it one more time and see who said this. A man who won't die for something is not fit to live. By Martin Luther King Jr., everybody. MLKJ. Obviously, it's a meaningless designation. The only useful method of seeing if words carry weight is by asking if, did all Bones Jones say it? That's right, chat goes up to 3 points. You get it right, everybody. Now, this was the last question of the round, so there's no hope of tying it, but let's see if Sally Strawman can pull ahead. Martin Luther King Jr. You know, I guess you could say that he really backed his words up, right? He really backed his words up. Ah! Oh, don't give me the Jesus things, alright? Okay, don't give me like the groans. Now, let's go ahead. Sally Strawman, what do you have to say? Sally says, tails! Ooh! Sally Strawman extends her lead 5-3. Now, that was the last question this round. That is the end of the first round, everybody. So, let's look at the total tally right now. And... signs back up. Sally Strawman is sitting at a comfortable 5, while chat sits at a 3. Sally Strawman actually gets the 50-50 right on the nose. Sally Strawman is doing as well as expected. We're going all out on the jokes today. I'm gonna poison Sally Strawman with ricin. You know, if you say something like right before you do it, then you could also get on the board too. We can quote you as well. Alright, and now, it's time to move into round 2. I'm not sure if I'm going to score this by total points at the end, or by rounds. Like, round 1, round 2, and then round 3 is a tiebreaker. If someone wins round 1, round 2, then round 3... we'll see. We'll see, like, once we get people in, if we want to do, like, punishment games and stuff like that. But once again, to review the rules, we're going into round 2. We'll Sally Strawman up in Minecraft. I'm going to put bombs on United Airlines flight yada 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 in Minecraft. Please don't. Please. That was a joke. That was a joke. The red eyes mean nothing. Now, round 2, everybody. In this round is going to be a little different. Round 2 is your chance to catch up to Sally Strawman or pull even further behind. This round 2 is going to set the pace for the rest of the game. I'm gonna get some gasoline and match and make Sally Strawman bonfire. Alright, so in this round, let's go to our example. To explain quickly, I'm going to show you two quotes. Now, you have to pick for both of them. Both of these quotes can be a Madman. Both of these quotes can be a Philosopher. One of each, or none. That means that one of the quotes, or both of the quotes, could be fake. In which case, you actually need to guess whether or not it's fake. That means you can guess Madman, Philosopher, or fake. Alright? And there's no bounds, and they can be both for one, both from the other, both of none, nothing. You're Sally Wickerman. Twoo Quine. I heard one of these quotes from Ben Cup last Friday. Alright, let's go ahead to our example. Let's look. Round 2. Round 2, question 1. We have two quotes. We have, I'm a fake quote. And number 2, I have a dream. So we have both how am I going to do this with chat in a poll? This is what I'm running into. Pretty sure that second one's a Hitler quote. You know, some people would really agree with you on that, I'm sure. We'll break this up. Yeah, we're going to break this up. How am I going to do this with chat? I think for chat we're going to do a stopgap. You don't need to guess on each one. So we have both Madman, both Philosopher. Actually, no, there's way too many. There's way too many. Alright. This is harder to do with chat than it would be with a person. So, the options are 2 true, 1 false, 1 true, 2 false. But no, you need to guess which one's a madman, which one's a philosopher. So it has to be, there's a lot of options. It could be madman, 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 philosopher, 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 madman, madman, fake, fake, madman, philosopher, fake, fake, philosopher, fake, fake. We got a lot of options and there's not enough slots in the poll. So we're going to break this up. So, rant to quote 1, this is what we gotta do. Is this from a madman, philosopher, or fake? So let's go ahead and start the poll here. So we're going to have 5 questions, which comes out to, again, 10 total quotes. So I guess with chat, this means that we're throwing in the third option of you need to guess whether or not this is fake. And of course there's the superpositions to make sure chat. I know that Aircell said that. So I'm looking at for the first time looking at the progress of the poll. Thank you everybody for doing your civic duty and voting, even if you're throwing away your votes. I appreciate it. Now, let's go ahead and see what we get. Yeah, with chat, this is going to be harder to do with chat. The concept is sound because a person can just choose between the 3 of them. But for, to get chat, it would be a little bit tougher. So, again, this is going to turn into 10 quotes. We have a fake. Once again, this is an example question. So, we understand the concept. Then we would move on to quote number 2. And we'd have to guess madman, philosopher, or fake. Now, let's go ahead and start. So, let's go ahead and look at our first quote. The first philosopher. Fake, true, true, fake. Charm, fake, true, strange. Now, our first real question. Let me go ahead and prime this. So, round question 1. Quote 1. Madman, philosopher, fake. Let's begin. Our first quote. Women can hold up half the sky. That is the one we're looking at right now. We're talking about women, everybody. Women. So go ahead and get your guesses in. Sally is going to instead turn into a 1d3 machine. Yeah, Sally's gonna turn into a 1d3 machine. You can't let Sally win. I remember this, but I won't say. Ooh. Interesting. We have somebody that knows what this is from. So we have several votes coming in. Remember, everybody? A tie. If we get a 3-way tie, then that's gonna be really impressive. Really, really impressive. Upgrade? Upgrade? Oh, upgrades for Sally. That's right. Sally has moved from a 1d2 die coin to a 1d3 thing. Taking your info there and looking at the current poll gives it away. We have 5 for Madman, 3 for Fake, and 0 for Philosopher. Some people think that this was a fake quote. Let's go ahead and see. Now, let's dim the lights. Let's read it one more time. Women hold up half the sky. Let's see. This was from a madman. Only... Only a madman would say something like this. Let's read it one more time and see who it was. Women hold up half the sky, said by Mao Zedong. That's right, Mao the Dong. Raise your Mao Zedong. That's gotta be an emote somewhere. Raise your Mao Zedongers. Are we doing Twitch Plays D&D? Never. So, chat gets a point here. 4 points for chat. Now, this is your time. Sally Strawman has an additional handicap now. In a 1, 2, or 3 roll, Sally would need to say 1 to land on Madman. So Sally is going to have a harder time with these sets of quotes. Let's see what Sally says. Sally rolled a 2. Sally says that a philosopher said women hold up half the sky, and we all know that isn't true. You can take that out of context however you like. Sally is now a 33% machine. Oof. Oof. Raise your $6. Thank you. Thank you. How do you display fake quotes? I would just leave the lights dim, I guess, because it's neither. Alright. Now, new poll. Question 1. Quote 2. Madman, philosopher, fake. Clear the board. From the signs. Doc has to DM his chat. There is nothing better than the encouragement of a good friend. Let's see, everybody. Friendship is the strongest power. We have the power of moral whatever and anime on our side. That's right. You need a little bit of power up. Just go ahead and remember the good words your friend said to you, and you will be able to overcome those heroes or the villain. I'm not giving anything away here. Fake friends are... Oh, that's dark. That's dark. I think oppression... I'm learning a lot about my chat today. I'm learning a lot about you guys. The collective whole of you standing right next to me / behind me. Let's go ahead and see what this is. There is nothing better than the encouragement of a good friend. Let's see. Because, as it turns out, our chat believes that we have a fake quote on our hands. We have 4 votes for fake, 3 votes for philosopher, and 2 votes for a madman. Let's go ahead and go to our board and see what the result is. Doctor, somebody says he's unusually saying you have a nutty chat. I know, right? I am incredibly sane to a fault. It's the rest of the world that's all messed up. Now, to the board. This quote is from a philosopher. A philosopher actually said this, so chat misses out on the answer this time around. Let's go ahead and read it one more time. There is nothing better than the encouragement of a good friend, as said by returning guest Jean-Jacques Rousseau. This sounds like Fred Rogers. You know, Fred Rogers can get a spot philosopher next time around. Jean-Jacques Rousseau makes his second appearance today. Ooh. So, chat misses this one. Ouch. But now the question is, does Sally Strawman further her lead or stay at 5? Sally Strawman would need to roll a 2 in order to get the point. Let's give it a go. Sally has rolled a 3! It is a wash, everybody! No points are awarded on this question. Let's go to the next one. Weird champ considering those we're so hung out with. He again, a Frenchman, right? We gotta remember Frenchman. Question 2, quote 1. Madman, philosopher, fake. Now everybody, question number 2. Are you ready? Remember, We're looking at the first quote for this one, so let's go ahead and bring it on out from our lovely assistant. Our first quote says, "We must put an end to anarchy and its continuing preaching." Everybody, votes are now open. We must put an end to anarchy and its continuing preaching. I feel like this is the first round, but with an extra option. In essence, right? That keeps it spicy. But there's more chances to, like... Basically, it's a little bit harder, so you have a chance to, like, pull away or, like, get a lead. I think this is a good pace for, like, a round 2 of a game show. First round establishes the point spread. The second round gives you a chance to catch up if you get all of them right, but it's harder. Huge political Madman energy on that one. Let's see. This would be a little bit smoother with people because they could give me like all their options at once. It'd say number 1 is yada yada, 2 is yada yada, and you get the points all at one time. Because we don't have enough options, chat needs to like do these separately, so that's why it feels different. With people, this will go much quicker, about like literally half the time. But let's take a look at the spread. We have 6 votes for Madman, 1 vote from a Philosopher, or 2 votes from Philosopher, and 2 votes for Fake. Let's go ahead and go to the board. Chat says Madman. Let's see. We must put an end to anarchy and its continuing preaching. Now, let's take a look. It's the first one on the next option, you gotta get 2 in a row. Oh, no, you get a point for each correct answer. You get a point for each correct answer for this round. But, actually, should you need to get both? I will toy with it when I bring people on to see if that's too hard. But, right now we're just doing a point for each answer, because we're splitting all these up. Now, we must put an end to anarchy and its continuing preaching. This quote was from a... Madman. Let's read it one more time and see who said it. We must put an end to anarchy and its continuing preaching. There are 5 questions in round 2. This... Chef's twice looked away? Yeah. This is from a Madman! Check, it's the point. Who said that? Well, none other than King Leopold II. If you're not familiar with King Leopold II, he was the king of Belgium during the colonial period. You know, that whole thing about the Congo, cutting off people's hands, that deal. So, Leopold falls firmly in the realm of Madman. Leopold, of all people, says he must put an end to anarchy. Which means, what makes a lot of sense, a dictator would really want law and order. His law and his order, nonetheless, but still. Good work, everybody. You are now tied up with Sally Strawman, but it's time for Sally to roll the die. If Sally rolls a 1, then oof. Big oof. Let's go. Let's all get King Leopold's hand. Sally, what do you say? Sally has rolled a 3. Sally thought this was a fake quote. Chat has tied it up. We have a tie game on our hands. Tie game on our hand. Moving on. Next quote. Let's go ahead and reset the poll. Question 2, quote 2. Madman, Philosopher, or Fake? Let's go ahead and read this out. Our second quote. Take solace in knowing that the heart of man will not be understood in our day or in our children's. Begin! Voting is open. The polls are open. I will be taking political donations any day now. Hands, not hands. That's an interesting emote. dragon install? That's a fighting game thing that I am not familiar with at all. So, once again, you have 3 options to pick from here. Madman, Philosopher, or Fake. Can you see who said it, who didn't say it, who may have said it, who knows? Handy donation? We're moving on from the handy jokes, okay? When we talk about hands, it gets handy, and then different route. Moving on. I think I'm gonna vote Fake 100% time on the principle. Good. No gaslighting for Jones. He'd rather be wrong than gaslit. That's essentially what I'm doing. Oh! The results are in! Let's look. Chat says 4 votes for Philosopher, 2 votes for Fake, and 0 votes for a Madman. If it's a monarch, not to understand what's going on in his colonies. Hands off on the hands jokes. Okay, that was the real last one. You're not a very good German. You're making jokes, and they actually work. Nobody ever said anything as far as I see. Acronyms, initialism, just in general. Let's go ahead and read it. Oh, all quotes are fake. I see. One more time. Take solace in knowing that the heart of man will not be understood in our day or in our children's. To the board. And the result is... fake! Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fake quote. I made this up. I have duped you. I'm very flattered you think I'm a philosopher. I'm incredibly flattered. Thank you, thank you. A give applause for Dr. Pestis and fooling this chat with a quote. This is a fake quote. I said this. We take solace knowing that the heart of man will not be understood in our day or in our children's. Dr. Pestis. You're a philosopher now, so it's a real quote. Amazing. Chat does not get the point, but let's see if Sally Strawman can cut through all that and guess whether or not this is fake. Remember, Sally has a 33%. So 1 is Madman, 2 Philosopher, 3 for Fake. Sally... oof. Sally gets it wrong. Sally rolled a 2. Sally's in agreement that I am a philosopher. I'm incredibly flattered. Thank you, thank you. I'd like to thank the Academy for this award. That is the end of question number 2. Now, let's go ahead and get the next poll ready. Alright. Question 3. Quote 1. Madman, Philosopher, Fake. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, our third set of questions. Quotes, words, things, sentences, kind of. Let's take a look. Our first quote. To enrich the heart to enrich the mind is to nourish the soul, for the heart cannot act by will alone. We begin now. Polls are open. Go ahead and see what you think. Remember, this is quote number 1, flattered by a dice. Sally Strawman is as real as you or me because I am... Sally Strawman can be whatever I want, alright? If I say Sally Strawman is a thinking, feeling person that is a very good judge of character, then it's so. Then it is so. For that one before. To enrich the mind is to nourish the soul, for the heart cannot act by will alone. Let's go ahead and see. Madman, Philosopher, or Fake? Let's go ahead and look. That one sounds familiar, heard that one before. Real. At this point, I feel like chat's morally obligated to vote Madman or Fake exclusively to bully Pestis. You know, also, I'd take the Madman one. You know, I feel like I personally lose if somebody guesses Fake. I'll take the Madman, just don't call me Fake, don't call me out that's saying that I'm that transparent. Alright, the polls are in. Chat has decided with 4 votes that this is a philosopher, 2 votes for Madman and 1 vote for Fake, and we all know who that is. So, let us go ahead and see to the board. Let's take a look at the lights, the glowing, shining lights. Madman or Philosopher? This is a fake! Once again, twice in a row, chat has been duped. We'll read it one more time. To enrich the mind is to nourish the soul, for the heart cannot act by will alone, as said by Dr. Pestis. For everybody thinking that they recognize this, if you take this quote and Google it, you will not find any results. I'll put it there in chat for you to take a look. Take a look. Copy and paste it, put it into Google. These quotes would pop up like flares if they were real. But this one, no results found. No results found. Called it. Oh! The doctor has pulled one over on his chat. Now, let's see. Can Sally Strawman see through the guise and decide whether or not I am a madman, philosopher, or a phony? Let's take a look. Sally Strawman, roll that die! Sally Strawman says that I am a madman, but not for this reason. Sally Strawman has hit 0 answers so far in round number 2. We are maintaining this tie game. Ladies and gentlemen, we are neck and neck with a thinking, unthinking, unfeeling nobody. So, question 2, quote 2. Madman, philosopher, fake. Let's go ahead and take a look. I will read it out loud for you now. The success of most things depends upon knowing how long it will take to succeed. Begin. Let's go ahead and see, was this a madman, philosopher, or fake? Schultze calling it out right away, fake. Let's see. Can chat sway the opinion? If enough people voice their strong mind in chat, will they be able to sway everybody over? Who knows? Who knows? That chat's been read too many times. No, you wouldn't think that I would pull fake 3 times in a row now, would you? I have to remain partial. Remember, these are all, it's all random order. There's no rhyme or reason, so you can't play the, well, it's been a while since we got a madman, so naturally this one has to be madman. You can't play that game here. I am not that weak to this. I'm not that weak to gaming the system. The human mind is shown... Oh my god. For the first time tonight, we have a unanimous decision by the chat. We have 7 votes for fake, 0 for madman, and 0 for philosopher. Chat is in complete agreement that this is a fake quote. Jones built. Let's go ahead and go to the board and see. There is no redemption. You cannot hide your shame. Each one of you in chat is going to feel the pride or shame when this answer comes through. Let's take a look to the board. The answer is... philosopher. This is a real quote by a real philosopher. Ouch! Big oof for the Dr. Pestis chat. Yikes. Yikers. Let's go ahead and read it one more time and see who said it. Ahem. The success of most things depends upon knowing how long it will take to succeed, as said by... once again, returning Frenchman, Montesquieu. Montesquieu, everybody. Montesquieu. No applause for the Frenchman. Montesquieu. Or I have less than half the years voting. Fine, let people lurk. That's fine. Call out the philosopher to the battle of the last man standing. He voting fake will be right eventually. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it works out for them. This was Montesquieu. Montesquieu said this. This is a second appearance tonight. The other half are pests and U-bots. You know, they gotta really work on their U-botting. I gotta, like, make the chatbots to fool people into thinking that they're real people here. Schultz and Deep Sea Fanglyfish are my favorite chatbots. By far, right? By far. Now, the question is, did Sally Strawman guess that this was a philosopher? Let's see. A 1 is a madman, a 2 is a philosopher, and 3 is fake. Sally Strawman... Sally Strawman lines up with chat and also guesses fake. Nobody guessed that the Frenchman was a real person. Nobody. Nobody. So, we go into question number... Wow. Question number 3. Wait. Did I skip one? Yeah, but this will be question number 3. We're right though. The French don't count as real people. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get the next pull-up, take this down. So round 2, question 3, vote 1. Madman, philosopher, fake. Let's see, did I accidentally skip one? Because this time around doesn't really matter what order I go in. Wait, no, that was... Oh yeah, that was round... Oh, that was question number 3. So we're on question number 4 now. Oopsie. Question number 4, quote 1. I'm just, like, psyching myself out. For some reason I said question 2 in the poll. Alright, so question number 4. I'm sorry for calling people out, it's fine. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Our first quote. A short one, short but sweet. Useless laws weaken the necessary laws. Let me go ahead and clear the board and start the poll. You have 1 minute to get these in. 1 minute, everybody. Guys, Sally's gonna beat us. Sally has not hit a single correct answer in round number 2, so you guys may be good. Sally is not doing so well turning from a coin into a cylinder. So, then again, you guys haven't been doing so well either. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Sally statistically should have gotten a point by now, but whatever. Because we're on 2, 4, 6. This is our 7th quote. So Sally should have gotten 2 points, but she's missed. Every RP server admin ever. That just sounds like an insane anti-something or other small government type person. This is actually verse. We should only have useless laws. Interesting. Interesting. We have some philosophers in chat. Philosopherism is contagious. You have one philosopher say what they think, then everybody starts saying what they think, and all of a sudden you got all these thinkers floating about. It's contagious. It's awfully, awfully contagious. That's why I'm here as a doctor. I need to solve the virus. So, let's go ahead and see. Useless laws weaken the necessary laws. 4 votes for Madman, 2 votes for fake, 0 votes for philosopher. Ask 20 philosophers to get 21 different opinions. So, chat has decided that this is from a Madman. Let's go ahead and see how this is. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? This was from a... philosopher. Philosopher once again. Ouch. So, let's go ahead and see who said it. Useless laws weaken the necessary laws. Ooh, this was done by Montesquieu. Chat was hit by the double Montesquieu screwball twice in a row. The Montesquieu screwball, also in a very obscure baseball pitch. Useless laws are defined as those that don't benefit me, because you have an opinion of your own. France again, that's right! Montesquieu is doing pretty well for fooling everybody. think you're making up this Montesquieu guy. It's fun. It's fun. Alright, so question 4. Vote 2. Oh wait, no, we have Sally Strawman. I almost forgot. Sally Strawman needs to roll a 2 in order to get this right. Sally Strawman, are you finally ready to score? Let's look. Sally Strawman has rolled a 1. Ouch, Sally. Sally, you are letting down all the robots and statisticians in the chat. Sally is going to remain at a 5. Yikes. Montesquieu. Oh, I love their movies. Montesquieu's Flying Circus or something or other. Sally agreeing with us. Sally said that was a Madman. Yeah, Sally said that was a Madman. Yeah, Sally has lined up the chat quite a bit recently. But we move on to our next quote. I have the poll ready. As soon as I read it, it will go up. The second quote of this question: countries are well cultivated, not as they are fertile, but as they are free. Let's begin. Oh, Madman, Philosopher, fake. Somehow I missed that. Alright, start. Somehow I forgot to put in the actual answers to the questions. Whoopsie. Now, we're talking about countries. Countries are well cultivated, not as they are fertile, but as they are free. Freedom, countries. Governance is a popular topic among dictators and philosophers alike, and also the figments of my imagination. Sounds like another Mao Zedinger going Madman again. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see, Madman. Chat's talking, alright. I see 3 people have said Madman in chat, but there are only 2 Madman quotes, so somebody here is lying. Somebody here is trying to stack the poll somewhere. I'm not sure what the point of the redirection is, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, chat has actually decided. The poll says, as opposed to chat, the poll says that we have 5 votes for fake, 2 votes for Madman, despite 3 of them in chat, and 1 vote for a philosopher. Alright, let's go at Mazadinger. Mazazinger. Stage name. Alright, let's go ahead and see what this one is. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, this quote was from a philosopher. Ooh, chat misses again with the double philosopher question. Double philosophers. Zimbabwe. Let's go ahead and read this and see who said it. Countries are well cultivated, not as they are fertile, but as they are free, as said by Montesquieu. Oh, the only thing rarer than the double Montesquieu screwball is the triple Montesquieu knuckleball. You can only counter the double Montesquieu screwball with a triple Montesquieu knuckleball. Oh, chat. Chat defeated by the French. The French are not giving up. Chat, is it time to surrender to the French? The French are kind of kicking your butts right now. Montesquieu can't just say everything, can he? Fakest science of the world. Just tell me philosophers just make things up and get paid for it. Oh, yikes. You know, if I was chat right now, I'd be really embarrassed about getting shown up by the Frenchman. I'm just saying, But it doesn't matter what I say, it matters what Sally Strawman says. So Sally Strawman, you need to roll a 2 if you want to hit this. So Sally, let's see what you get. Sally said that this was a Madman. So disagree from chat this time around, but this time Sally also misses it again. Round 2 is proving to be a tough battle for the chat, but we have one more question in here, everybody. We have one more question in round number 2. This is your chance to take the lead from Sally. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the last set of quotes in round number 2? Let me go ahead and get a new poll again. Question 5, quote 1, Madman, Philosopher, and Fake, all ready at bat. Let's go, everybody! The final set of quotes, the first one. I see their faces, but they do not last in my mind. Will any remember mine own? Let's begin. Now, we're no longer talking about governance and countries. We're talking very personal. We're talking on the nature of the mind, of the nature of people and society around you. Let's go ahead and see how this pans out. I see their faces, but they do not last in my mind. Will any remember mine own? So, this person, they seem like they are going through something. They seem like they are going through a time. Now, let's see. Remember, these are the last set of questions, quotes, in round number 2, so you have 2 chances to get ahead of Sally, and Sally has 2 chances not to miss a 33% on 10 questions in a row. That's a lyric from one of Manson's songs. Are we thinking of the same Manson? Are you talking about Marilyn Manson or Charles Manson? Because I'm not sure if Charles Manson wrote any songs. Alright. Now, let's see how the results pan out. We have a 3-2-1 spread. 3 votes for Fake, 2 votes for Philosopher, and Charles Manson did write music and it sucks. And 1 vote for Madman. So, let's go to the board. Oh, I kept Philosopher up. Charles did? Wait, no, this music is great. I have never known this. That is new to me. I thought there was only one writing Manson. But now, the question you've been all waiting for, is this a madman or a philosopher? Let's go and see. Now. There are unsaved changes. Wait a second. Board, is this a madman or a philosopher? Let's find out. And the result is... Fake! This is a fake. Chat actually gets it right. I made this up. I tried to throw a curveball with the mine own kind of like ye olde speak. Chat gets it for the first time in a while in round number 2, and they have pulled ahead of Sally Strawman for the first time in a while. Good work, chat. Now, the question is Sally going to get it as well? Let's take a look. Sally needs to roll a 3 in order to keep this a tie ball game. Sally has rolled another 1. Sally is calling me a madman, which, you know, if Sally is just me, an expression of me, that is something. Of course, we would not remember your face, you're wearing a mask. That was kind of the idea when I was like trying to make up the fake quotes, like, huh, faces, faces, faces. Oh, that's right, nobody knows my face. Nobody knows my face. Alright, good work, chat. You are sitting at 6 points to Sally's 5. Let's go to question number 5, quote 2. Madman, philosopher, fake. Let's see. As Alex reminds us, he has never been confirmed to have face or skin. I love reminding people that it's not confirmed whether I have skin or not. So, let's go ahead. Last quote in round number 2. I am a lone monk walking the world with a leaky umbrella. Begin. Now, the question is, where in the world is this from? Can you narrow it down at all? There are plenty of philosophers around the world. So, what does that even mean, who knows? Trying to decipher a madman is the same as trying to decipher a philosopher. Fake, the real quote says, "Monkey, I am a lone monkey, walking the world with a leaky umbrella." The monkey noises just came out sometimes. So, this... Oh. I would like to point out to the chat that it is a tie game right now, 2-2-2. If there is not a vote that comes in over here, then... Oh wait, no! Madman pulls ahead at the last second. Madman! Is Gandhi a philosopher or a madman? I am not touching that. I am not touching the Gandhi stick with a 20-foot stick pole. You know who also didn't touch the Gandhi stick? Never mind. Never mind. Moving on. Chat says that this is a madman, 3-2-2. Now, let's go ahead and see. We're not going to talk about the Gandhi stick anymore. We're moving on. I love, like, the three, like, oh gods right in a row, but then, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the chat's unity on that. Now, let's go ahead. This quote was from a madman. Chat, bringing it back at the end of the second round. Question number 5, doing wonders for the chat. This was from a madman. Chat goes up to 7. 7 points as opposed to Sally's 5. Let's go ahead and read this. Now, the madman. I am a lone monk walking the world with a leaky umbrella, as said by Mao Zedong. This time the spelling is Mao Zedong instead of Zedong, but same guy. The good old Mao, right? Everybody's favorite uncle, Mao the Donger, Zedong Donger, gained the lead. That's right, you have. Congratulations on a strong finish to round number 2. Mao Zedinger, Mao Zezinger, Mao de Zinger, of course. But the question is, can Sally actually hit a 33% roll in the span of 10 questions? Let's, right. Alright. Can Sally do it? Call the game Bowsy Dinger Monty Screwball. Sally needs to roll 1, and Sally... Oh! Sally finally hits the 33 at the end of round number 2. Sally underperforming to the chagrin of statisticians everywhere. So Sally has put this up to a 6-7 game. Chat is ahead by 1 point, but that can all change in the third and final round. So, let's bring up the lights, and let's go to our third round. I recommend Sally a new dice. There's no such thing as a 3-sided die, but yeah, different, same upside. Thank you. So for round number 3, let's go ahead and see what we're going to do for round number 3. In the third round, I am going to show you a person, and you need to pick which quote they actually said. Alright. So, we're going to have 2 options, where I'm going to show you a face, and then you need to choose which one they said. The fake is out, right? The real quote is in there somewhere. There are no more options for fake, so it's going to be option number 1 or option number 2. Now, this is going to be a little bit easier for chat, but remember, we're bringing the odds back up from 33% back up to 50% for Sally. So Sally may have a strong round if the coin flips work out in Sally's favor. Now, a pyramid dice is 3 sides. Dead. Eh? There's a proper 3-sided die. It's a long triangular prism, so it's much like... Oh. Oh, I see. We get pictures of their names. I'm gonna tell. They're gonna be very recognizable. You're going to know. You're going to know who these people are. I'm gonna make sure of it. So, I want first, chat. I'm going to need your hand here, alright? I want chat to give up some applause. Clap emojis, 8s, typing clap, clap. Our first guest is a little bit shy and needs some encouragement to come on down. So chat, if I can get your participation, and let's give a big hand to our first guest. Alright, chat? I'm counting on you here. So, ladies and gentlemen, presenting our first guest for our third and final round. Everybody, give a big hand for a fashion icon, the man who's affected millions of... the man who's affected millions... Oh god, I can't... Just take him, just... Come on down to the stage, Hitler! Thank you! Thanks, Adolf! Can I call you Adolf? Mr. Hitler it is. Thank you, Mr. Hitler, for coming down tonight to play on Madman or Philosopher. I know it was a long flight. This is gonna get screenshot and shared on Twitter, and I don't really care about being cancelled. It's just that people need to know the context. Because, like, just take us in a vacuum, right? Let's go with Schultz. Thank you for committing to the bit. Because right now, the sign says Madman or Philosopher, and we have a sign of Hitler right next to the stage. So, let's go ahead and start. So, we have question number 1 in round 3, the third and final round. We have option 1 and option 2. That's it. That's it. Hitler killed Hitler, I don't know. That joke's been done. Alright, if you need to get your, like, Hitler World War II jokes out of your system, now's the time, alright? Let's go ahead and let's reveal the quotes, alright? Let's look at the quotes. There are only going to be 3 people in the third and final round, okay? So, Sally Strawman has a chance to catch up. Let's see. Pretty safe to we know which one he is. We'll see. At least Hitler doesn't deceive me. Hitler would never lie. Quotes! We have some quotes on the nature of learning. I'm going to read these both out to you, and then we will begin the poll. Quote number 1. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Or number 2. The art of reading and studying consists in remembering the essentials and forgetting what is not essential. Let's go, everybody. Do you agree with Hitler? Can you find the Hitler, everybody? Like, where's Waldo? Find the Hitler. He's over there to the left, but you know, we're gonna continue on. Can you find the dog dressed like Hitler? Can you find Hitler wearing yellow? That's like how you really get the most mileage out of your Where's Waldo books. I vote fake. You know, with the Holocaust as a topic, that takes on an entirely new meaning. But moving on. Let's look at that. Look at that charming smile. This is a man meant for the stage, right? A cult of personality. Do you agree with Hitler? I mean, I think both of these are nonsense and probably not. I thought it was... You're German, so you get a pass. Okay. Alright. Just gotta slap the face a little bit. let's go ahead and see how the votes turned out. We have 5 votes for option number 2, and 1 vote for option number 2. 5 for 2, 2 for 1. Now, let's go ahead and see. Once again, education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Was this our Madman? Let's take a look. Be sure to leave this VOD. No, never. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Chat has voted for 2. Are you correct? That's how we do it. Chat has voted for 2. Let's see. Are you correct or not? Let's give it a look. And the poll says... you are correct! The art of reading and studying consists in remembering the essentials and forgetting what is not essential. Chat gets the point. Chat goes up to 8. Now, that is what Hitler said. The first quote, if you're wondering, was from an actual philosopher. The first quote is from Socrates. Socrates, everybody. Socrates was the one who said, education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Nice work. Now we're back to the coin flip, everybody. If Sally rolls heads, that's option number 1. If Sally rolls tails, that's option 2. You got the Hitler question right. Everybody, thank you. Sally, what did you say? Oh, now we have an interesting game on our hands. Sally said heads. Sally said that Hitler said quote 1, which is wrong. I know Hitler too well. Moving on. But Sally stays at 6, which means Chat cannot lose at this point in the game. Chat can only get tied by Sally because we have 2 more questions. So Chat, all you need to do is get 1 more question right and you will cement your victory. Can you do it? Sally is on the back foot. Sally needs to get these questions right. So let's go ahead. All right. Everybody, give a hand to our guest, Hitler. Hitler, thank you for coming on down to the stage. You're wonderful. You're wonderful, Hitler. Thank you. We will see you probably on a future installment of the show later. I will not begrudge you if you decide not to applaud Hitler. Do you have a Rommel quote somewhere in there? One day. One day, maybe. Yes, it's time for the next question, alright? Round 3, question 2. We are trying to find the correct quote, so, everybody, let's get a chankley. Ooga chaga, ooga chaga, ooga chaga. Our second guest, come on down to the stage, everybody! You're wonderful. Second guest, come on down to the stage! Give a big hand, a round of applause for our second guest, Mr. Ted Bundy! Mr. Bundy, everybody! Mr. Bundy. Give a hand for Mr. Bundy. He's silent at least. We can put the guns away. He's perfectly locked up, right? Just look at him. Doesn't he look like the soft, sensitive type? That is a very caring and emotional man. I can't even bring myself to joke about this one. Is it personal for you? Alright, Ted Bundy, everybody. Let's go ahead and see these quotes. One of these is going to be from Bundy, one of these is not. So, let's take a peek. Our 2 quotes. Number 1, try to touch the past. Try to deal with the past. It's not real, it's just a dream. Also, probably said by Jaden Smith, who also is in the Gandhi territory of we're not sure if he's a madman or a philosopher. It didn't feel like cheering for Ted Bundy. Eh. Or number 2, our second quote, perhaps, having already reached conclusions in our own minds, we're loath to have them disturbed by facts. It's sad how much he and Bob Saget look familiar. Yeah, tell me about it. Jeff Epstein, Anthony Bourdain, one of my favorite guys, a guy that I'm not very fond of. Yeah, so they're both like tall, gaunt, skinny guys with like the haircut. Bourdain and Epstein look way too much alike for my preference, but let's go ahead and start the poll. Let's see what you say. Which one of these is the real Bundy? Will the real Ted Bundy please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Will the real Ted Bundy please stand up? The Honorable Judge so-and-so is presiding. Moving on. So, everybody remember, you need to get one correct to cement your victory. If Sally Strawman gets these both right, then Sally can tie you up. I have a hard time thinking that Ted Bundy would ever say loathe. That's a very specific, like, image of Bundy in your mind. It's like, this serial killer would not really say this one particular word. I'm begrudging for it, it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, I draw the line at Bundy saying the word loathe. 2. Alright. We have 5 votes for choice number 1, and 1 vote for choice number 2, which is incredibly harder to say than you might think. But I come back to you. Hi, Sar Werewolf. We came back to Mr. Bundy. Mr. Bundy. So, let us look. Chat says that Bundy said to try to touch the past. Let's take a look, right? Now, to the board. Madman or Philosopher? Let's take a look. 2 sounds way too intelligent for Bundy. This is correct! Chat has the right of it. Bundy was the one that said, try to touch the past, try to deal with the past, it's not real, it's just a dream. Chat gets it for the 9 points. Chat has cemented its victory over Sally Strawman. There is no hope for Sally to catch up now. But let's go ahead and take a look at who said the second quote. Now, the second quote. Perhaps, having already reached conclusions in our minds, we are loath to have them disturbed by facts. This was from one W.E.B. Du Bois. I am very bad at French pronunciations. The civil rights leader, W.E.B. Du Bois. William Edward Bughart Du Bois was an American sociologist, socialist historian, and Pan-Africanist civil rights activist. Dubois. Dumb killers get caught, so you have to be smart. I bet it needs some experience. Dubois. I'm terrible at my French. I'm just gonna call him Du Bois. Du Bois was the one that said quote number 2. That one's at... Oh wait, it's actually pronounced Du Bois? I'm getting some mixed signal here. W.E.B. Du Bois pronunciation. How to say, alright? Let's listen.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of this American sociologist, socialist, historian, civil rights activist.
I'm just gonna pause that. Schultze had a message. Schultze had a message held for saying, French is stupid. I will allow this. Oh, Schultze, you can always say that. Now back to pronunciation.
Pan-Africanist, author, writer, and editor. How do you go about pronouncing his name? W-E-B, Du Bois.
Du Bois! It is Du Bois! Because he's not French. Alright, that is Du Bois. Huh. Well... Oh... French is... Rescore! Okay, I'm gonna screenshot. I gotta screenshot this one for posterity. Du Bois are back in town. Also allowed, French is stupid. Thank you very much, Rescorn. Very German of you. I appreciate it, Dav boy. Alright. Now, the interesting thing, we need to see if Sally Strawman gets it. Sally can't have any hope of winning, but we'll see if Sally can, try to claw back a win. Or not a win, can climb back up a little bit. But Sally actually guessed it. Option number 1. Oh, music? That's right. The music back. So Sally goes up to 6. There's one question left. There's no hope of winning at this point, unless I do the thing where it's like, well, guys, we made it to the final question. This one's actually going to be worth 20 points. Because now, haha, anybody can win at this point. Well, it's like, if you do that, I lost all respect for you as a person. You don't do that. That's stupid. You don't give the final point, like, 10 times the value so that if they get it right, they win. That's dumb. You don't know how to run a game. I'm talking to you, some of my elementary school teachers. That's stupid. I wonder if Automata is biased. English is stupid. No, just French is stupid. Just French is stupid. Alright. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's give another round of applause to our guest, and good sport, and very trustworthy face, Ted Bundy. Thank you very much for coming on, Mr. Bundy. Your girlfriend is in the back waiting for you, or something, who cares. Bye-bye! I met a Frenchman, his last name is Pierre. Last name was... I should get this trans permanently. This would be fun with lyrics or Philosopher. There's a lot of things you could do with it. I'm pretty sure I could find, like, some, like, MF Doom lyrics or whatever. Now, everybody, it is time for our final guest of the night and final question. Alright, are you ready? Let's give a hand to our next guest, straight from the grave and federal prison, one Mr. Charles Manson. Doing my best Bruce Buffer impersonation. Charles Manson. Give a hand for Charles. Charles, everybody, Charles. Can I call you Charlie? No? Okay, Charlie it is. Hi, Charlie. Charlie is going to have 2 quotes put in front of him. So let's go to round 3, question 3. Not Madman, Philosopher. 1, 2, or none. Or, no, that's it. 1 or 2. Now, Mr. Manson, please take a look at the board, and let's see which one of these you actually said. Animals shouldn't be hunted and nature shouldn't be disturbed, even destroyed to benefit the whims of mankind. Or option 2. Stretching his hand up to reach the stars, too often man forgets the flowers at his feet. Ladies and gentlemen, voting is now open. This is our final question. Can chat reach 10 points? Let's take a look. Calling out the real one is 2, the first one's Hitler. Oh, that's right, Hitler was like vegetarian, I'm pretty sure, right? But Hitler was vegetarian, he loved animals. And so, let's look. These are some, like, very empathetic quotes, like, very flower childy. What was he again, a hippie? Oh, just, you know, a cult leader, that sort of thing. He had a whole family of people. we're just like gloss over the cult leader. He's not a killer. He's not a killer. Gods, no. He's a cult leader. The irony of living out as well committing some of the worst human rights atrocities of all time. Alright. Let's go ahead and take a look. 2? Only one person said 2. 2 people in chat said 2, but there was only 1 vote for 2, so somebody here is lying. But let's go ahead and take a look at the real results. For our winner, the option with 4 votes is option number 1. Animals shouldn't be hunted and nature shouldn't be disturbed, even destroyed, to benefit the whims of mankind. So, that is what chat has decided is the real message from the mouth of the lion, Mr. Charlie Manson. I can't vote in the poll. It's not up for me. Oh, are you on mobile or something? Huh, weird. But let's go ahead. I really gotta get this like chime done because I love it too much. This was correct. It was Charles Manson that said animals shouldn't be hunted and nature shouldn't be disturbed, even destroyed, to benefit the whims of mankind. Chat gets it right. Chat finishes with a 10-point game, everybody. 10 points for chat on our final question, a perfect round 3. Congratulations! As a formality, we will flip for Sally Strawman, who said tails. So the final score is chat 10, Sally Strawman 7. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations. Now, thank you very much for coming on out, Mr. Charlie Manson. Your family is waiting for you backstage. We clearly know our Manson better than our Montesquieu. Thank you very much. Let's get you out of here, Mr. Manson. You have to go back to being dead now. And that's it, everybody! We can put the scoreboard away because we are done! Good work, everybody! You did beautifully. And I would say that this game was a complete success. I am incredibly happy with how this turned out. And am I stuck in my, like, pseudo-announcer voice? I may just be, everybody. So, thank you very much. Now,